Once upon a time, not long ago, where people wore pajamas and lived life slow. What up, y'all? This is Etienne. This is my journey to the 2026 New York City Marathon. I am not a runner. If this is your first time joining me, welcome in. If not, welcome back. I am officially 24 weeks into training. It's been a wild ride. Last 2 weeks, I have to come clean. I have not hit my weekly mileage goals. I'm practicing grace and kindness and self-love. Not worried about it, not stressing, not tripping, but I'm not slacking either. I am going to still continue on with the mileage increases. So the last time I actually did hit my mileage goal, it was week 21. Damn. So that means I've had 2 straight weeks of not hitting the goal. And that week 21, the goal was 25 miles. Hit it. The next week was 25.5. Week 22 did not hit it. So week 24, the goal is 26.5 miles. I'm currently at 11.1. So little under halfway there. It's Thursday. I feel good about that. Plenty of opportunity to still hit that goal of 14, 15 miles left. Not easy peasy, but very doable. Focus of today is race days. I've had my second race day officially as of last Sunday. It was a beautiful day. The New York Roadrunners Run As One 4-mile race in Central Park. Chef's kiss. I can't say enough good things about Central Park and about race days in general. You put race days along with Central Park. It's a hell of an experience. I'm not 100% sure if I want to consider it my first race or second race. Technically, it's my second race ever. The first one being a couple of months ago now. But that was a free run. It was not something I paid for and had signed up. It got rained out or snowed out. Yeah, definitely snow. It was in the middle of winter. It got snowed out initially. So New York Roadrunners opened the race up to everyone for free. And that's how I signed up for that, which is technically my first race. But last Saturday, New York Roadrunners Run As One. I definitely think of that and would stamp that as my first official race. I spent money on this, which is crazy, or at least in a past life before I started all this running stuff. Would have seemed crazy to me to spend money to go running, but the runs and the money goes towards a good cause. Definitely also helps me stay accountable to the work that has to be done leading into these runs. And anyone who's done it knows that those race day vibes are like nothing else, so totally worth it. I think the race was about $50, $50-$60 tops. To me, well worth it. My family, fiance, baby, not the dog unfortunately, but they came out and they enjoyed it, cheered me on. Got to give them a high five in mile 4, which is that last home stretch. Definitely put some pep in my step. Beautiful run, beautiful day. Couldn't ask for more. Central Park's got some sneaky hills in it, I'm not gonna lie, and those hills zap your energy. I have run the Central Park loop, or at least part of the loop that we ran last Saturday during the race. And having done the run previously makes a big difference. Probably just in terms of confidence and knowing that I'm good, knowing that this is something I've done before versus it being the very first time. Hugely helpful. So That said, I definitely want to make sure I run in chunks the full New York City Marathon course between now and April and November when the race happens. So learning moments. That run as one was cool. People are fast, man. Including me, I'm faster than I would probably give myself credit for. Did my, I believe, best time, at least for 4 miles. I don't run a lot of 4 mile runs, but my timing, let me check the checker. My timing was 7 minutes 58 seconds according to the Nike Run Club app. But let's also check everything that we have access to. The New York Road Runners official, it literally says unofficial right here, but the results from the New York Road Runners app say that my finishing pace was 7 minutes and 51 seconds. I feel very good about that. Strong running. Could have kept running more later on after the run, which I noticed a bunch of people were doing. Obviously, those folks are training for marathons or larger races, longer things where they have these long run days and they got to use the shorter runs as pieces or components of the long run day. I did not do that just because my fiance and baby were out there, and we wanted to go sit down and eat in the Upper West Side after the race was done, and that's exactly what we did. It was lovely. Shout out to race days, man. That's an atmosphere that I think everybody who enjoys sports should experience in some form or fashion. Obviously, it doesn't have to be running. But even I've had big basketball games competitively in high school or in intramurals in college. None of them felt quite like these runs, and I think that it's because the self-motivation that has to go into these type of endeavors. You're not doing it for a team, you're not doing it for a coach, you're not doing it for a scholarship or some type of external recognition. It's literally just for you, and that feels much better than all those other things that I mentioned. So another race coming up this weekend. I'm running it back-to-back weekends. It's the season. I'm learning. I saw that New York Roadrunners also is going to release the summer and maybe fall, definitely summer race schedule or summer races availability and signups next month. So definitely going to jump in there and sign up for as many of them as I can, with keeping in mind that we're starting to get to the point where a really, really strict routine and training program and diet are necessary at this point. Similar to how I've kind of fallen off with hitting the mileage target over the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've also fallen off a little bit. I wouldn't say fallen off. Fallen off is the wrong word, but deprioritized weight loss and being as on top of my weight number and status as I have been previously. So something that I haven't lost sight of and I want to get back to gradually in an elevated way. My body fat percentage has definitely gone down. I don't know what it is, obviously, but I can just see and feel where I'm at, and it's definitely a lot more strength and lean weight than it was last summer when I started all this fitness work and this journey. So my shout out today is for the New York Road Runners volunteers. and anybody who's volunteering for a run to help out with handing out waters along the way, handing out snacks, helping set up, helping with the announcers, the announcements, helping coordinate and orchestrate things like raffles where prizes like Apple Watches and iPads and fun stuff are given away. These are just people who love the game, love the community, have time and availability, and are blessed enough to help with their free time. So shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everybody who was out there last Sunday, and who will be out there this weekend. Y'all make the dream a reality, and I will be doing my part in due time. Appreciate you. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your neighbor. Be kind to your brother, your sister, your family members, your village members. We're all here together. So let's enjoy the space. Let's give and receive respect and show love. Peace.